Hello everyone, I'm Kyle and welcome to the channel. Today I will be giving you one mechanical tip for each and every hero. We have 32 heroes to cover, so let's not waste any more time and get stuck right into this. When holding your jump key while ejecting as with D.Va, Baby D.Va will fly higher in the air than if you were not to hold the jump key. This can possibly be used to get on top of the high ground when you get demacked. If you have the time, you should shoot your shield straight up in the sky for it to land right where you stood. This has multiple advantages. First of all, the cooldown timer will start as soon as you shoot the shield. So by the time the shield is actually deployed, you will almost have another. Also, the previous shield only goes away the moment the next barrier hits the ground. That way, you're never barrierless. You can animation cancel your melee attack with your fire strike at any point of the swing. So to kill any 250 HP character or less, you need to swing at them twice and cancel the second swing with the fire strike for a faster kill. When you hook someone as Roadhog, you can move your mouse slightly to the left or to the right to displace the hooked target even more. This can be used to get environmental kills, and it can also possibly be used to body block after you hook someone. When you ult a Sigma, you can go up in the air by using the jump key. This is well known, but you can also use the crouch button to go down when you're ulting. This could be useful if, for example, you needed to stay on the objective and going up any further would make you C9. When you use your jump back as Winston and drop onto the enemy, you can melee right before landing for extra damage. The drop on the ground will animation cancel the melee. This is mostly used against armor. This is mostly useful against armor when someone is very low or when they are fully health before impact. I won't go over why these situations in the video, but I will be going over it in another Winston guide, so definitely subscribe and turn on notifications so you get notified once that video goes live. You can pile drive as ball without being in the air. All you have to do is be near a ledge and jump off while holding crouch. Do note that you should have your back to the ledge or you might risk pile driving straight off the map. When battling low health enemies, use a secondary fire into a melee to finish them off. This combo will do about 90 damage with 0% charge and about 125 damage with 100% charge. You can detonate your dynamite with your coach gun. This could be useful for when, for example, a Winston dove you and you want to get out of his range. Do be careful, because if you're too close to the dynamite, you will also start burning. When you are in tank form as Bastion, you can heal a bit between every shot for optimal healing / damage. If you start your seismic slam on a roof, you will have a higher chance of it getting to full 125 damage once you finally get to the ground. Before Echo hit the live server, she had crazy mobility when you canceled the fight at the right time. That got patched out before Echo even came to the live servers, right? However, it's still kinda possible in a slightly worse variation. In order to boost into the air super quickly, you should go to your settings and put hold to flight to on. Now just jump and tap the flight button for less than a second and you will propel forward and upward. You can climb a wall at the end of your blade to cancel the putting away the blade animation. Instead of climbing, you can also cancel the animation with a well-timed dash, but then you might not have the dash for a few seconds. If you charge an arrow and then start wall climbing, your arrow will stay charged once you stop wall climbing. To kill every 250 HP hero or less, you need to hit one direct hit into a mine. Just a very quick one right there. You can cancel High Noon by clicking your secondary fire. This will refill your ammo pack up to 6. If you combine your ultimate and your beam on somebody in it, the freezing process will go faster. This way you can, for example, keep a Ryan in the blizzard even though he would have escaped if you didn't beam him. To gain hide and cover distance very quickly, all you have to do is look at the ground, jump, concussive blast the ground and immediately use your jetpack. If you have a healer that can heal you, you can throw in a rocket right before you use concussive blast. This way you will go even higher. Do note that this variation is a bit more difficult, so maybe you're gonna want to practice it. When reloading as Reaper, as soon as he drops his guns, you can add a melee attack. By the time the melee is over, your ammo will be replenished. Doing a melee while reloading does not change the time before you can shoot again, but it will give you a higher DPS when you are very close to the enemy. You can animation cancel your healing station placing with your ult. That way you will receive heals while ulting, without wasting any time. You can cancel your translocator. It won't make you have to go through the cooldown again. I know this one is a really silly tip to give, but there will be more content for Sombra in possibly the very distant future, so definitely subscribe and hit the bell for whenever that video ever comes out live. Before you set up a teleporter, you can place your turrets in one spot on the ground and then make the teleporter. Turrets will teleport only once. You don't necessarily need to place the turrets on the ground, you can also put them on a wall nearby, but putting them on the ground is most convenient. When nutting as Torbjorn, you cannot use any of your other abilities, but you can pop your overload and then nut. The overload will persist through the ult, and you will be harder to kill when you're nutting them all under. Once you understand the distance Tracer covers when she blinks, you can start implementing melees alongside your blinks. You can either melee immediately and afterwards blink towards the enemy, or you can blink through one and make 180 with the melee. As Widowmaker, you can cancel your hook at any point. If you do this while holding the jump key, you will be propelled in the way you were going. This can help you getting some crazy jump shots for the montage, or just to style on the enemy team. There's no delay between using primary fire into a grenade, so you can hit primary fire and grenade respectively at almost the same time, and they will both be shot extremely fast after one another. Note that it doesn't work the other way around, there is a delay between using grenade and then primary fire in that order. When you shoot as Baptiste, your gun will spew 3 bullets after one another, but after every one of those bullets the crosshair will go up. This makes it so the bullets don't hit the same spot consistently. You can correct this by ever so slightly dragging your mouse down while shooting. To get more distance faster as Brick, you need to jump right after using your shield pass. The momentum will carry you forward. This one is however different, as the same trick for Ryan and Winston. With them you just have to hold the jump key button and you will jump extra after your movement ability. But with Brick you need to wait until the bash is fully completed before you jump, otherwise it just won't work. When you are in melee range of an enemy, you can use the boop into melee combo for 55 damage. The booping effect won't have booped the enemy out of reach before the melee was applied, unless of course the melee wouldn't have applied even if you didn't boop. There is this tag for Mercy called the super jump, and it makes you like rapidly ascend into the sky. To do this you need to crouch, then GA towards a teammate and jump right when you get to them. I will be making a video in which I go over how to do this more in depth, so again you might want to stick around for that video. For now there is a video of a guy named Blinky who explains it way better than I could ever do, and he also made me finally realize how to consistently do it. As Moira, when you ult, you almost always want to send either a damage orb or a healing orb some way before you start the coalescence for extra damage / healing. In my opinion, it's almost always worth it to wait for the cooldown of the orbs to complete before ulting, unless you really need your ult right at that moment. So when you're charging up your balls with the right click, from the moment you let go, you can melee. Or in Zenyatta's case, kick them with your foot. This will not interrupt the ball throwing. If you charge 5 balls, all of those 5 balls will fly away, plus the melee attack in the middle of it. So that was one mechanical tip for every single hero in the game. I will be making more of these one tip videos kind of things, but I probably won't be restricting them to mechanical tips alone. So be on the lookout for those videos. In fact, I can help you with that. All you have to do is just hit the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications to get notified when another one tip for every hero video comes out. So anyways guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.